There's been a trend over the last few years of mountain bike handlebars getting wider and wider, with stems seemingly shrinking at the same pace. But if you look at a bike from a few decades ago, it was the opposite. Long stems and narrow bars. It made me ask myself the question of, what would happen if you put 90s handlebars on a modern mountain bike? Today, we're gonna find out and see. Can it mountain bike? Basically, I found this set of handlebars in my stash. I think the stem is like an old Bontrager, whatever. I think it's like 100 millimeters long. It's got this crazy angle to it, it sticks all the way up. It's like looking straight at the sky, you know? And the bars are very narrow, but I know that they're at least less than 600 millimeters because that's what I have on the other bike that I did a video on, the Pink Hard Rock. That had 600 millimeter bars, and these are a little bit narrower than that. So yeah, we're just gonna put them on this modern bike and see how it rides. So the bike that I have is a 2024 Specialized Fuse. I got it last year, bought it brand new. I did a couple of upgrades to it, but the most important thing is that it has good geometry. It's got big fat tubeless tires, and it's pretty equipped for the kind of trails that we're gonna handle today. I think I just saw a lady walk into the trail, so that's not good. I already have some thoughts on the bar situation here. It's horrible, but you're sitting very upright, you know? I mean, of course, it's a pretty modern bike, so it's gonna feel pretty good to start, just based on tires and suspension and geometry. The big change being the stem and bars. It's making a bit of a difference. Oh, it feels much better than the skinny tires, I'll tell you that. We have these roots, just breezes right through it. So here's this little feature once again. All right, let's go for it. Yeah, this is not the same way I went in last time. Oh shit, what's this, a jump? Okay, I'm not putting that in the video. I'll just blame the bars. There used to be a berm there. Obviously no longer. It's pretty normal for a hardtail. Case that one. Case that one. Definitely case that one. Oh God, so many roots, man. God, the tires feel so good compared to the last time. Okay guys, so turns out I f***ed up all the footage. It was all wobbly and shitty, so we're gonna run through it again. This time, better. I'm sweating to death because I'm wearing a sweatshirt because it was cold out this morning when I went to ride, and now it's burning hot out. So I'm probably gonna die of heat exhaustion, but that's good content, so we're gonna roll with it. Look at this. Here's some mountain biking, huh? Look at that gorge, man. Damn. Fucking Grand Canyon over there. All right, let's just drop right in, man. There's a lot more roots and stuff this time. Or not roots, twigs. Oh God, it's that thing laying. Ugh. I'm out of energy, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I think we gotta jump. Okay, that was awful. I didn't have enough speed. I'm not blaming the bars. That's my skill for sure. Okay. Oh my God, I almost hit a tree. It's very hard to steer, I'll be honest. You can see my wheels wobbling a lot because it's hard to really steer. Hopefully I have enough speed. Case that one. Case that one too, okay. And we got this one into the woods, into the final segment. God, it's so hard to steer. The wheel's just kind of going wherever it wants. Now it feels kind of good. Cross country, huh? It does good on cross country stuff. Oh, God, my wheel's wobbling so much because it's so hard to keep it under control. I have no leverage over the wheel. Going so fast. Oh, big ass root there. Speed bump, if you will. Okay.
I'm so out of energy, man. We're gonna do the jumps. Okay, I'm gonna try and do 2 of them. I hope I don't go over the bars. It'd be very hard to, honestly, though, considering that the bars are so far out in front of me. Okay. Whew. I don't know how I'm already out of breath. I barely did anything. All right, here we go. Stem and bars. Narrow bars, long stem on the jumps. Let's do it. Let's see how she does. I don't have my gloves on, I just realized. Oh shit, okay. Okay. I don't know if you saw what happened, but I guess I didn't tighten my stem. I guess I didn't tighten it enough. Holy hell, that was so scary. I thought that my fucking stem just snapped in half. All right, let's see. Oh, it's 6 mil. Really scary going over that jump on these bars. It's just like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It just, you know, you're so far forward and you feel like you're about to perpetually fall off the bike in midair. That's kind of what this bike feels like now. It just feels like a hybrid. Like a, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. Like a Trek 700 series, you know? That's what it feels like. You're sitting so like upright, like, oh, look at me. Feels like you're riding like a penny farthing almost, except you actually have traditional, or I guess what we consider traditional bicycle features, you know? All right, long stem, narrow bars, take 2 on the jumps. All right, gotta drop the seat post. Please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't crash. Okay, all right. All right, that was 1. I'm not doing that one. Oh, I totally could have done the 3rd one, but it's just so like, it like makes you lose all your confidence when you're riding these freaking stem and bars. It is so scary, man. Okay. All right, I think it's time I head back and I debrief. I'm gonna debrief.
So now it's time to rate the long stem and narrow bars on a modern mountain bike. This is based on the scale that we established in the previous episode, the first episode, the 3 categories being safety, efficiency, and does it look cool? All right, so let's start with safety. Safety, the narrow bars and long stem are going to get a 3 out of 5. My reasoning for this one is because on one of the jumps, like the bars did slip and kind of fall down a little bit, which was really scary and obviously not safe at all. You could argue this is my fault for not tightening it down all the way in the first place. I think that is part of it, but I also think that just the general 2-bolt design of older stems just isn't as good and it doesn't hold on to the bar as much versus a 4-bolt or even a 6-bolt stem. So partly my fault, but also it really shouldn't be happening. Beyond that, the ride position and everything felt pretty good, so that's why it gets a 3 instead of a 0. Next up is efficiency. Efficiency, this gets a 4 out of 5. This is because the riding position is very upright. It lends itself to a very comfortable riding position. The only reason it doesn't get full marks is because it is a little harder to control the wheel, because you don't have as much leverage over the steering as you do on a more traditional, you know, modern mountain bike, very wide bar kind of design. So you do get a little bit of wobble in the front, which obviously isn't great, but it was manageable. Like, I think any moderate rider would be able to manage the wobbles that it gives you. And finally, the does it look cool category. This one I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5, simply because it looks ridiculous. The stem just sticking all the way out, and you kind of look like a tool while riding it. You know, you're sitting all upright. So I think for those reasons, it just looks kind of goofy. But that's it for this episode of Will It Mountain Bike or Can It Mountain Bike. I haven't decided on a name. It's kind of just whichever for now. But yeah, I've got a lot more coming down the pipeline. So get excited. That's it for this video. See ya.